things become a little less accurate.
When mentioning Australia, many people often think of vast grasslands, arid deserts, and diverse ecosystems. But few people know that this place is suffering from one of the world's biggest wildlife crises. In addition to species such as wild rabbits, feral cats, red foxes, and wild pigs, wild camels are the most serious threat to both the environment and economic life. Camels were brought to Australia in the 19th century to serve transportation and inland exploration. When trains and trucks appeared, the camel herds were no longer used. Tens of thousands of camels were released into the wild. Since then, they have multiplied uncontrollably and become a worrying invasive species. To date, the estimated number is more than 1.3 million, and every 9 years, the number can double, if not controlled. This massive expansion has caused serious damage. They have eaten more than 80% of the vegetation in many areas, destroying native plants and reducing the food sources for Aboriginal people. They have also monopolized water holes, wetlands, and streams, which are vital to the desert ecosystem, and have even destroyed grazing fences, water posts, and infrastructure that local people depend on to feed their livestock. The Australian government has officially classified feral camels as pests and must control them. In response to this situation, the Australian government has been forced to implement a number of control measures. One of the most important and direct solutions is to allow licensed hunters to conduct daytime hunting in order to reduce the growing camel population.
The stalk's on in earnest now.
Just go the other side, it will. I want to get the video.
Again, reload.
Good
reload,
shot.
Reload.
Hang on, I'll get around here.
Bit high, Will, on the head.
Show how wide his back of his.
Get him, you reckon?
Yeah. I'm proud of him.
Among the management measures, daytime hunting with firearms is widely applied due to its feasibility and effectiveness. This activity is usually carried out by professional hunting teams. sometimes with the participation of licensed hunters. They use high-powered rifles, suitable for taking down an adult camel with just one accurate shot, in order to minimize the pain for the animal. Daytime is chosen because of the clear visibility, which is convenient for identifying targets. The shooters can observe the camel population from a distance, select the individuals to destroy, thereby limiting the risk of shooting by mistake or causing long-term injuries. In addition, daytime activities also make it easier to coordinate between hunting team members, especially in large-scale campaigns spanning dozens of square kilometers.
As you start shooting more, things become a little less accurate. Now, why I don't use a taker is that they swell in their action after about 20 rounds. Hey buddy.
Some operations also involve helicopters for support. Pilots and hunters work together to track the movements of the camels, then use rifles from above or guide ground teams to approach. This method allows for coverage of a large area, shortens the time, and increases the efficiency of the process. To hunt successfully, hunters must master long-range shooting techniques. The average distance usually ranges from 100 to 300 meters, sometimes longer depending on terrain conditions. Large-caliber rifles, equipped with optical sights, are a popular choice. The bullets commonly used have high penetration and stopping power, ensuring quick destruction. In addition to weapons, hunting teams are also equipped with off-road pickup trucks, with gun mounts fixed on the truck bed for stable shooting while moving. In many cases, hunters move by vehicle to approach the camel herd, then get off the ground to shoot to ensure accuracy.
Good shot.
Good shot.
Oh, good shot.
Shot.
Beautiful.
There, that other one.
Yes. That's it.
Shooting techniques mainly aim at vital areas such as the chest or head to finish quickly. For large herds, hunters must coordinate well, shooting down each individual in order to avoid causing the whole herd to panic and run away. Although it sounds simple, in reality, hunting camels during the day is fraught with difficulties. The arid terrain and high temperatures make moving and fighting outdoors exhausting. Camel herds have the ability to run fast and have great endurance, so if not dealt with thoroughly, they can spread out far, making it difficult to pursue.
Good shot.
That's putting him down. Good going, boys.
In addition, the huge number of camels distributed over a large area requires a large amount of resources to control. A campaign can last for many days, costing fuel, weapons, and manpower. This forces the government to consider allocating the budget reasonably while mobilizing community participation.
saw this camel sitting down. So I drove over a bit, got within a couple of 100 yards or so. Beautiful, sat him straight down.
After being killed, the camel carcass is processed to maximize its use, with the skin and meat being the two main products. Camel skin has a strong, flexible, and abrasion-resistant fiber structure, which is highly valued in the leather industry. After peeling and cleaning, the skin is soaked in chemicals, tanned and dried, to produce many valuable items. Factories can process it into shoes, boots, gloves, handbags, belts, or upholstery. Some establishments also use camel skin to produce drums or traditional musical instruments, thanks to its natural elasticity. Camel meat, if properly preserved and processed, becomes a source of protein-rich, low-fat food. In Australia, some camel meat is exported to the Middle East market, where demand is high, or processed into sausages, canned meat, and pet food. Meat can also be used in the livestock industry as raw materials for animal feed. Thanks to that, hunting activities not only reduce environmental damage, but also contribute to creating products that are useful for the economy. It can be seen that allowing hunters to use guns to hunt camels during the day is not only a temporary solution, but also an important part of long-term efforts to limit the impact of this invasive species on the environment and human life in Australia. Hunting activities both contribute to maintaining ecological balance and creating profits from camel meat and skin, helping to turn a difficult problem into an exploitable resource. In the context of the number of wild camels continuing to increase rapidly, this will certainly be a measure that will be maintained and developed in the future. Thank you for watching today's video. If you find the content useful, don't forget to like to support, share with many people, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the latest videos. See you in the next videos.